नहीं एड्रेस करना चाहती, पर मैं कर रही हूँ अभी. That person had a lot to say about my take on marriage. Why are you hiding your friend and would you move to Japan? I was surviving. What's up you guys? It is that time of the year again. I did my last life update kind of video. I think it's been a year and I thought बहुत time हो गया है and I've started to feel a gap between us again, and you guys know I do not like that, so I thought that I'll update you guys. It's been a year, a lot has happened. You guys know the drill. I'm going to do my makeup and talk to you guys about everything. I also asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions and you guys asked me a bunch of things that I have written here so that I don't forget. मैंने इधर देखते देखते अपना मेकअप करूँगी. मैंने यहाँ पे सेटअप कर रखा है एक बहुत अच्छा सा, so don't mind if I'm looking here. जो हमेशा आप लोग मुझसे पूछते हो, that is mental health and how am I coping with ADHD. This is one of the questions that I actually got a lot. I think I've only spoken about my ADHD like twice or maybe once like properly, and मुझे नहीं लगा था इतने लोगों को पता भी है इस चीज़ के बारे में, but a lot of you guys keep on asking me about that and I appreciate it because it is a new thing for me also. You know, I've spent most of my life just thinking I have depression and anxiety, and then like about 2 years ago everything changed for me and it was like, oh, you have ADHD too. Meds have really helped me like get my life back on track. My sleeping schedule is a lot better, my eating schedule is a lot better, and अभी भी perfect नहीं है. I feel like पहले I used to live with this brain fog like constantly and I was not able to get out of it, you know, because that is something that clouded my mind and I would not snap to reality. I feel like I'm more present. I know what is happening around me, I know what is happening with me. Now I'm more aware of things, I'm more aware of people around me and their intentions and just like how they are. I'm more aware of myself. I feel like meds have totally changed the game for me because without meds I would not be functional. That is like one thing जो मेरी biggest problem थी, that I was so dysfunctional. Every day I used to exist, you know, I was surviving. मैं fight and flight mode में थी, जो बहुत time लगा था meds के साथ adjust करने में, and we finally found something that works for me, that is actually not driving me insane and is actively helping me on a day-to-day basis. But yeah, there are certain side effects that I just have to deal with and I'm coping. I feel like this is my reality, and as much as I want to be like, I wish I could just function without meds and stuff and therapy. मेरी सिस्टर ने मुझे बोला था जिनको डायबिटीज़ होता है या फिर जिनको ब्लड प्रेशर की प्रॉब्लम होती है वो डेली मेड्स खाते हैं ना, दे हैव टू टेक इट बिकॉज वो उनके हेल्थ के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है. लाइकवाइज मुझे मेड्स लेनी है क्योंकि वो मेरी हेल्थ के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है, एंड आई फील लाइक दैट पर्सपेक्टिव रियली हेल्प्ड मी कोप विद this reality of mine. I always say this, that if you're someone who struggles with mental health issues, like chronic mental health issues, please go to a doctor, get diagnosed, and if you are open to a treatment, then get on meds, because I have actually seen what difference good medication can make in your life, and it has been truly life altering for me in a good way. I do have my bad days, ऐसा नहीं है कि things don't affect me, and I try to cope with it in a more healthy way and not freak out about like every single thing. I let a lot of things pass and I'm just like, मैं gauge करती हूँ कि is this worth my attention, is this worth my time and my mental stability, and if I think it's not worth it, then I will not get into it. I feel like I can talk about this for an hour straight where I tell you guys like everything about medication and diagnosis and stuff. I know it's really boring. Okay, the next question. This is a question that I get a lot because you guys know my boyfriend is in, did I say boyfriend? My boyfriend is in Canada. You plan to move to another country. If you get an opportunity, would you move to Japan? Loved your Japan vlogs. Thank you so much. You guys really liked Japan content and I could not be happier about it क्योंकि मुझे भी जापान के सारे पिक्चर्स व्लॉग सब कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद आए थे. आई रियली लव दैट कंट्री. एनीवे, इफ़ आई गेट द चांस टू मूव टू जापान, आई वुड. I'm not moving to Canada, not anytime soon at least. That is a different story altogether. But if I get a chance to move to another country, Japan would actually be my choice. I have grown up romanticizing Japan in my head, and I know हर country में flaws होता है. Okay, I'm not stupid, I know that. But when I went to Japan, I saw like everyday life there and just like things there that really made me think that maybe everyday life here won't be that bad. And मैं बहुत लोगों के vlogs वगैरह देखती हूँ. It's just like an opportunity needs to present itself. और आई हैव टू क्रिएट वन फॉर माई सेल्फ. अभी कोई इमीडिएट प्लान्स तो नहीं है क्योंकि मुझे पता नहीं मैं वहाँ पे जाके करूँगी क्या. आई विल हैव टू थिंक अबाउट अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स बिफोर आई मूव टू अ डिफरेंट कंट्री ऑल टुगेदर बिकॉज माई मॉम इज़ हियर एंड ऑल्सो आई वर्क हियर. यहाँ पे इवेंट्स होते हैं, यहाँ पे स्पॉन्सरशिप्स वगैरह होती है. सो हाउ वुड दैट वर्क आउट फॉर मी? सो दीज आर थिंग्स दैट आई हैव टू think about before I just be like, oh, I like this country, so I'm gonna go move there. I know a lot of people go out, they have created big opportunities for themselves, and I look at them and I'm just like, I wish that was me. And maybe one day, who knows. And I don't mind living alone. I know it's easier said than done, but I have to trust myself. Like, if I don't put myself in an uncomfortable situation, I will not be able to ever get out of my cocoon and actually prosper. You know, life will continue to happen and you will miss out on opportunities just because you refuse to put yourself in an uncomfortable situation. And again, you know, because of meds now I can at least think about stuff like this. Okay, a lot of people were asking me why I did not show my friend in my Japan vlogs and pictures and stuff that I posted. Guys, a lot of people are not okay with being on camera. A lot of people literally DM'd me saying कि why are you hiding your friend and इतना mystery क्यों create किया आपने अपने friend के around. The thing is that my friend is just simply not okay with being on camera. She knows I have a YouTube channel. She knows my work and everything and she requested कि मैं उसका face नहीं दिखाऊँ. And she told me if you want to post pictures, put a emoji on my face. I will never force anyone to be on camera with me for content. That is not who I am at all. The moment I gauge कि someone is uncomfortable, मैं तुरंत अपना कैमरा ऑफ कर देती हूँ and I would never even think about forcing someone to be on camera with me for my videos and stuff like that. She's just not comfortable with being on camera and I respect that, so I did not show her. How did I make a friend in Japan? And that's a good question. Twitter.com, you guys. We became friends because of K-pop. She's the one who introduced me to 17 pretty much and that is why मैं 2 कॉन्सर्ट गई हूँ और मैं दोनों उसी के साथ गई हूँ. सिंगापुर में भी things just worked out for us. She was in Singapore and I went to Singapore to see 17, so we met there for the first time, but we have been like talking for longer and then this year जापान जाना था. सो जब हम बात कर रहे थे कि ओके लाइक आई प्लान टू कम टू जापान, शी नोज दैट जापान हैज़ बिन ऑन माई बकेट लिस्ट एंड शी वॉज जस्ट लाइक देन यू शुड कम हियर फॉर वेकेशन एंड वी मेड प्लान्स टू डू थिंग्स टुगेदर. बट ऑल ऑफ दिस only happened because of, you know, the community. You have to find your community and internet allows you to do that. I have friends scattered all over the world and I plan on meeting all of them. These are people that I talk to every single day. They are part of my life. It's like long distance friendship. And हाँ, stranger danger is a thing, but I feel like you have to follow your gut instincts and you have to make sure that you're not interacting with the wrong people because there are a lot of people who will scam you and stuff like that. But again, none of these people gave me those red flags and they were just normal people. That's how we became friends and honestly it has been so life changing because we are so different personality wise but we have similar interests and we bond on that, so बहुत मज़ा आता है. A lot of questions about marriage, getting married and all of that. I feel like I answer this in every single video but I understand a lot of people are getting married, so I know you guys are also curious because you guys know about my relationship and stuff. But the reason I am taking up this question again is because a lot of my subscribers and I are very close on Instagram. Like we talk on a day-to-day basis and you know we keep each other updated. She sent me a screenshot of some discussion happening somewhere. That person had a lot to say about my take on marriage. I'm paraphrasing here but that person was like, Anindita, she had a boyfriend and पहले वो बोली थी boyfriend है फिर नहीं है, but she used to kiss him on the cheek. These influencers first they will say that they don't have a boyfriend and then they will एकदम से introduce their boyfriend as their fiance अपने proposal में, this and that blah blah blah. And apparently मैंने कभी बोला है कि मुझे शादी नहीं करनी but ultimately मैं भी change कर लूँगी अपना stand on शादी and I will get married blah blah blah. It was a long thing. When I read that I was just like misinformation. Like I don't even know like why people love putting words in my mouth. What you said and what I said are totally different things. एक चीज़ ना मैं इस वीडियो में clear करना चाहती हूँ. Arsh and I have been dating since we were 17-18 years old. So we have been together for almost 10 years. And I remember when I started this channel, a lot of people asked me if I have a boyfriend and I always said I have a boyfriend. And I also told you guys about him. But बीच में we did break up. I think we broke up like twice. and I don't want to get into the nitty-gritty details of that breakup, but we did end up breaking up, and we needed to take that break to be apart from each other, to work on ourselves, and then think about whether we want to continue this relationship or not. And उसके बीच में मैं उसको चीक पे किस करूँ, ना करूँ, ये करूँ, वो करूँ, लाइक आपको क्या प्रॉब्लम है? उसने उसको चीक पे कैसे किस किया? A platonic affection exists. Not all of your actions have to be romantic or sexual, and this is such a peculiar thing to say about someone. Like maybe you cannot comprehend the concept of platonic affection, but that exists between me and my friends, and I'm talking about all of my friends. We hug each other, we kiss each other because we love each other and we want to show affection. अगर आप सब कुछ romantic way में लेते हो या फिर सब कुछ आप एक sexual way में लेते हो, then something is wrong with you. You are the problem. I'm not the problem. And I feel like this is such regressive thinking. I feel like close-minded people are the loudest about their opinions, and they love a discourse on the internet. And second, I never said that I don't want to get married. I have always said that marriage is not a priority for me, and I will stand by it. It is still not a priority for me, and I don't think it will ever be a priority for me. If and when I get married, वो होता है तो होता है, नहीं होता है तो नहीं होता है. I will never feel there's a void in my life because I'm not married, or that I'm empty because I'm not married. That's just not how I think about relationships. अगर मैंने कभी बोला भी होगा कि मुझे शादी नहीं करनी, is it wrong to change your mind in the future? Like I have grown up with not the best idea of a marriage. I've seen a lot growing up that would totally fuck my mind about the concept of marriage and weddings and stuff like that. And अगर मुझे कभी लगता भी होगा कि मुझे शादी नहीं करनी या फिर मैं शादी में बिलीव नहीं करती, हो सकता है कि मैं अब, क्योंकि I'm 28, I have changed my opinion. What is so wrong in that? What is so wrong in changing your opinions? When you're younger, your belief systems are different. When you grow up, your belief systems also change. You see things in a different perspective. It's just part of growing up. Nothing I say is set in stone. And I've got this before where people are like, oh my god, like why are you stringing Arsh along if you don't want to get married and stuff like that. He's an adult with his own mind, a functioning mind, and he knows what he wants in life. Don't pretend like you know us. You don't know us like that. I have said this before, I will say it again. And it's a very sexist take to say something like, oh, I'm stringing Arsh along, as if मैंने उसको फंसा के रखा हुआ है. And इतने harsh opinions ना ज़्यादा लड़कियों के बारे में होते हैं. अगर किसी लड़के ने कभी बोला होता ना मुझे शादी नहीं करनी, या फिर उसने बोला था मुझे लेट शादी करनी है, तो कोई उसके रिलेशनशिप को क्वेश्चन नहीं करता. बट when it comes to women, there are always like so many questions about like why this and that, and to me all of this is just very sexist. Because we are on the topic of marriage, the next question, and it says thoughts on social media grand proposals. I strongly believe to each their own. Content creators have a lot of pressure when it comes to proposals and weddings and stuff like that, because when you post things online, it is open to criticism and scrutiny. So a lot of people want to just put their best foot forward, and I feel like something like this is so personal. Like सबका रिलेशनशिप अलग होता है, सारे कपल्स डिफरेंट होते हैं. मैंने तो ग्रोइंग अप आई यूज्ड टू वॉच व्लॉगर्स जिनको मैं ना बहुत ज़्यादा देखती थी, बहुत फॉलो करती थी. तो some people would have grand proposals, and some people would have a proposal in the middle of their living room, but that was special for them. It made sense for them. But I would say one thing, don't compare your life with people on social media. Creators genuinely live a very different life. They live a life on camera. So don't compare your proposal or your wedding with someone's wedding on social media. It is not comparable in my opinion. आपका relationship अलग होता है, and सबका विजन अलग होता है ना. मतलब आपकी शादी में आप क्या करना चाहते हो आप डिसाइड करोगे. आप अगर सोशल मीडिया का प्रेशर लेके करोगे देन आप खुश नहीं रहोगे. एंड द लास्ट क्वेश्चन इज समथिंग जो मैं नहीं एड्रेस करना चाहती, पर मैं कर रही हूँ अभी. आई गॉट सो मैनी क्वेश्चंस. आई फील लाइक दिस इज द मोस्ट आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन, and it is about the Eras Tour and whether or not I'm seeing Taylor Swift and when I'm going to Canada, this and that. So let me start from the beginning. I may not be able to see Taylor on the Eras Tour at all. Oh my god, I feel like crying already. ये तो मतलब ये मैंने out loud बोला ना, so it's like acceptance. 5 stages of grief नहीं होते. I feel like I'm like going through that while I'm talking about this. I got tickets to the Eras Tour twice. एक मैंने यूरोप के लिए लिया था जर्मनी में, एंड अगेन माई फ्रेंड्स एंड आई वी डिसाइडेड दैट वी विल गो टू जर्मनी एंड विल वॉच टेलर. एंड अंकिता भी आने वाली थी, बट देन समथिंग हैपेंड लाइक पर्सनल लाइफ में मेरे फ्रेंड के, एंड वी हैड टू कैंसल आवर यूरोप ट्रिप completely, which meant कि I had to sell my Germany के tickets to someone else because I was not able to go see her. But I was okay because I also had tickets to see Taylor in Toronto. उसका जो 14 नवंबर को कॉन्सर्ट है, मेरे पास उसके टिकट्स थे. आर्श गॉट दोज टिकट्स फॉर मी, लाइक वी गॉट देम टुगेदर, बट आर्श बुक दोज टिकट्स फॉर मी. वी हैड सच गुड सीट्स, लाइक आई कैन नॉट इवन बिगिन टू एक्सप्लेन हमारे पास कितने अच्छे सीट्स थे. बट मेरा वीज़ा रिजेक्ट हो गया. And I don't know, there's something going on with Canadian visas these days that they are not even giving visas for travel purposes. And बहुत मुश्किल है वीज़ा लेना भी. मैंने बहुत एजेंट से बात की कि बस कैसे भी करके मुझे कनाडा का वीज़ा दिलवा दो आप. But they were like, getting a Canadian visa right now even for travel is so difficult because they are rejecting all visas right now. And they said it will be better if you get American visa पहले, like American tourist visa पहले, and then apply for Canadian visa. But I simply did not have time to get an American visa पहले and then apply for Canadian visa and get that. इतना सिंपल नहीं है जितना सिंपल लग रहा था ये प्रोसेस. सो आई हैड टू सेल माई टिकट्स फॉर द सेकेंड टाइम एंड आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू सी टेलर. इट्स जस्ट सो सैड बिकॉज आई हैव बीन अ फैन ऑफ हर सिंस आई वॉज अ टीनेजर एंड इट्स जस्ट, you know, this is the first time I'm literally opening up about the entire thing, because whenever I talk to my friends about this or whatever, like I always be like, हाँ ठीक है, whatever, and I don't want to talk about this because talking about this makes it a reality and I don't like the reality of what's happening about this entire thing, because it was genuinely my dream to see her. And 2 बार मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ ना, so I was just like, there is no silver lining इसमें, and you just have to suck it up sometimes. And इसके चक्कर में I'm also missing आर्श का convocation which is in October. I had this whole plan कि I will go to Canada in October and I will stay there for a few months with Arsh and I'm going to spend time with him, go see Taylor with him, and then, you know, then I'll come back to India. But none of that worked out, and you know, you cannot fight with these things. कभी कभार आपके लाइफ में आप कितना भी प्लान कर लो, कितने भी अच्छे से प्लान करो ना, थिंग्स डोंट फॉल इनटू प्लेस एंड यू हैव टू एक्सेप्ट दैट फॉर व्हाट इट इज़. आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू फाइट इट, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू try to make the best of this situation or whatever. I'm just going to dwell and I'm going to feel sad. That's what my therapist said, you know, sit with it, sit with the sad feeling, allow yourself to be sad, allow yourself to be heartbroken, because that's the only way we move forward. You sit with your feelings, you allow those feelings to come up. जितना आप उसको repress करोगे उतना वो आपको longer run में problem देगा. तो आप अभी अगर आप दुखी हो तो आप दुखी रहो एंड आप एक्नॉलेज करो उस फीलिंग को एंड देन स्लोली इट विल पास. डोंट फील टू सैड फॉर मी, लाइक दिस इज़ अ प्रिविलेज, इट्स अ लग्जरी टू इवन थिंक अबाउट गोइंग टू अ कॉन्सर्ट. आई डोंट वांट यू टू फील बैड फॉर मी या कुछ. इट्स ओके, आई विल मूव ऑन. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर पार्टिसिपेटिंग, आस्किंग मी क्वेश्चंस. मुझे आप लोगों के साथ बात करना बहुत अच्छा लगता है एंड जितना मैं ना ड्रेड करती हूँ ये वीडियोज़ फिल्म करना, बिकॉज यू हैव टू बी इमोशनली इन अ गुड प्लेस टू just talk about yourself and be vulnerable in front of a camera. So मैं बहुत पोस्टपोन करी थी इस वीडियो को, बट आज इसको फिल्म करने के बाद मुझे बहुत बेटर फील हो रहा है. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो. आई होप यू गाइस enjoyed and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.